Welcome to the call. Super excited for tonight's call, our Friday night focus call. For those of you guys that have been on here, you know the absolute energy that is about to be brought. So welcome to the call. I hope that you guys have a pen and paper ready to take some notes, because you're going to get literally filled with content tonight by our Chief Self-Development Officer, Mr. Michael Valor, as well as our champion of the week, Mr. Tom Kort, one of my best friends who is on his way to executive this month. So get excited for what you guys are about to hear. I don't want to take up too much time. I don't want to steal any of the thunder of these two people that are going to be on this call. So what I want to do really quickly is I want to introduce you guys to my great friend, Mr. Michael Valor. Now, this is a guy who we've been blessed to have him put into our lives. He's become our Chief Self-Development Officer. If you guys have not heard his story, it's unbelievable. He went from literally having nothing, less than nothing, from being homeless, to getting to the point where when he was 19 years old, he was operating a business that was making over $250,000 in profit. We were able to get connected with him about a year ago. It's been an unbelievable friendship that has been built here over the last year, and I cannot wait for you guys to be able to hear the things that he has to say tonight. So once again, guys, this is our Chief Self-Development Officer, Mr. Michael Valor. His energy, it speaks for itself. If you guys aren't excited yet, just wait. Just wait. So with that, I'm passing it off to my good friend, Mr. Michael Valor. Mr. Valor, did you make it on the call?
What's up, guys? Michael Valor here. How's everybody doing? Hopefully fantastic and getting better. Seriously, I'm pretty pumped tonight, and I know that's like, you know, it's just like I'm pumped. That's just like how it is. That's how it works. But tonight is pretty important to me. The reason why is because, like, I want to give you guys this is kind of like my home, okay? Let's say that, right? And when you come home and you're at your house, you're trying to be yourself, you know what I mean? You're trying to be yourself. You're trying to talk to your fam about what happened this week. You're trying to let them know, like, how work was, let them know, like, what you've been doing, you know what I mean? So, like, when I come here on these Friday nights, it's like my home. So I get to talk to you guys about, like, what I experienced this week and what's been going on and how you can apply that to your business. And then I get to meet, like, one of my, not meet, because most of the time I know them pretty well, one of my good friends gets to be like hang out in the Champions Corner with me, and I get to talk to like one of my homies on Friday night at 10 p.m., which is dope. So let's start a little bit today. Guys, I had an incredible week, and I thought, I was like, I really think about success. And my thing is like, I've read so many books, and I've listened to so many audios, and I mean, it's a stupid amount, literally, it's stupid. Like, I put in an unbelievable amount of time into information gathering. And what it's come down to, and what I've gotten from it, basically, is where I want to make success simplified. I want to be able to get on this thing and be like, and that's success. That's it. Like a sound. Like you just like understand all of the concepts just by hearing that one sound in your head. You know what I mean? And that's where it comes down to, right? Because it's like you got these success speakers, and they love getting on stage, and they love talking, and they have 1,050,000 audios, and it's buy the next pack. And for me, it was never like that. It's like, I want to one time have of an hour with you, and you never have to be me again. You know what I mean? Like, you just hear it out one time, you're like, oh my God, like, whoa, like totally eye-opening moment, and then not have to deal with it again. And I had people coming up to me this week, and a lot of them were talking about, like,
Yeah, really quick, give me a thumbs up if Valor's frozen for you guys. He frozen? All right, interesting. Hold on one second as we try to get Mr. Michael Valor back onto the call. More than likely, he's got a phone call, so just give us a second.
throw it down, baby.
All right. With that, we are going to pass it off to Mr. Luke Hessler to have a little bit of focus and to interview our champion, Mr. Tom Kort. I will let you guys know when Mr. Valor hops in. So, Luke.
Wow. What an honor, Jamie Cheerio. I was not expecting this, dude. You got me rosy at the cheeks. Seriously, dude. All right. So what we're going to do right now, I guess now that I get to be on this call officially, first off, it's an honor to be with you guys. I love being with you guys on Friday nights. Seriously, I get on here, I see all these faces, and it just gets me stoked. I mean, we got Thomas out here, bro. Good to see you. We got the whole crew, the TNT crew. I was on a call for 45 minutes with the TNT crew before this, and boom, now they're all on this call, and that gets me fired up. And so now the fact that Jamie introduced me to go out there and interview our new guest, who happens to be the one who organized the TNT call that I was just on right before this, is simply an honor. You see, so this is what I realized before I introduce our guest real quick, is that, guys, success leaves clues, right? Think about it. The man who's on top of the mountain, he didn't just fall out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyone who's made money, anyone who's become successful, they did something to get there, right? They did something to get there. And so if you guys want to get down a nice little nugget here, success leaves clues. And it's our job as people who have a desire to become successful, is to identify what it is those clues every single successful person leaves, and then collect those clues and then internalize those clues into ourselves so that we can then get the same results. Because this is an old saying, if you say what they say and do what they do, you're going to get what they get every single solitary time. And the person who I'm going to introduce you guys to is someone who has done exactly that. When I met this guy, he was playing baseball. All right, he was playing baseball in college. He's always been good at anything he's done. Like, he's always been good. Don't play him in Smash Bros, especially for money. Trust me, it's not a smart idea. All right, whatever he does, he's good at it every single time. But what's so cool is that this is the first time in his network marketing career where he just, like, actually went all in. You see, in our first company that he was involved in, he, like, dabbled in it with his family, and he just happens to get himself a Mercedes-Benz at, like, 20 years old. You know, like, okay, cool. Nice, bro. That's pretty cool. And then now what he's doing is he's focusing here within Watabu in this month. He's going to be hitting the rank of executive. All right, I'll say it again, executive, which is by title $3,000 to $5,000 a month. And not only that, he's got a goal of helping his family do the same thing, because that is the magic of Watabu. He's not just doing this alone. He's got a whole family working together in order to do this, and he'll tell you how much it can impact his life. So, with that, Mr. Tom Kort, are you on the call today, brother? Oh, come on. I can't give you that intro, bro, and then you don't come on here.
I couldn't get unmuted. Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Hessler, for allowing me to get on this call, dude. And thank you so much for all the value you provide each and every single one of us every single day, dude. I love you. I love everyone that made it on this call. I love TNT. I love all the groups. I love the unification and the interconnectedness that this has created globally. Like, it's absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for having me on the call, man.
Again, I'm muted again. All right, there we go. I was muted again. You're welcome. And here's what I'm going to do, is that I got the pleasure of introducing you, and so thank you, Mr. Valor, for that. However, Mr. Valor made it back in the call, and so with that, my friend, Mr. Valor, our Chief Self-Development Officer, it's all yours, my friend.
What's up, guys? What's up? They love freezing me, dude. I think, look, okay, real quick, before we jump in the Champions Corner, they, like, how you overload a system is you just put too much energy into it and things just, like, explode. And I think, like, an amount of volume my computer intakes, and then it just cuts off. Like, I'm literally, like, putting energy into it, and it can't handle it. Okay, real quick. I called them, okay? I called the energy company. I was like, look, I do these lives. We impact thousands of lives. Like, I need to make sure my Wi-Fi is legit. They were like, dude, I'm going to give you the best Wi-Fi. They're going to cut me down $20. I have 300 megabits per second, okay? That's fast, okay? That's fast. And as soon as I start get rolling, I get cut off. I don't get it. But Tom Kort, man, how are we doing? How are we? We on, Tom? Tom, I need you, man.
And we're unmuted. I am doing phenomenal. The crazy thing is I was actually on my laptop, and as soon as you got cut off, I got cut off as well. Power surge, end of story. Good thing for iPhones, right?
There we go. All right, man. So I know some of these people are curious. They've got a lot of questions. They're out there. They're grinding. They're building a business. They're getting opportunity calls. They're building an empire, right? So I know one of the things that you do so well, from what I've noticed anyway, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but is that you are really good, and you use this word a lot. It's like unification. You're good at pulling people together for, like, one common purpose. So my question to you is, and this is a personal question, is what do you do? What are some of the, like, commonplace practices you go out there and do to make that unification happen on your team?
100%, and that is a phenomenal question. And the coolest thing is I heard Alex Lombard talk about it last week on last week's Champion Corner, where he talks about people don't care what you know until they know that you care. And that's what this TNT brand's all about. That's what our group is all about, is bringing people together through love, support, encouragement, and commitment, and making sure that we hold each other accountable, not only in the business but through life. through, no matter what you're going through, that anything that you go through, we will be there for. You know, one of my biggest mistakes, I've been in this industry for the last 4 years, and one of my biggest mistakes is that when I allowed my goals to be more important than my people. All right, I'm going to say that again. I let my goals become more important than my people, and that was the biggest mistake that I could have ever made in my 4-year career, because without the people, this business doesn't matter. Without the relationships, without the networks, without the family culture that you guys create within your organizations, none of this matters. It doesn't matter if you go out and make $100,000. It doesn't matter if you're traveling the world if you're doing it by yourself. And it doesn't matter if you go out and you reach all of your goals if you're not willing to help other people reach theirs. No matter how long it takes, no matter how much commitment, dedication, effort you have put into it every single day. So what we do, long story short, to answer your question, Mike, what we do is we do a bunch of different things. We get together in groups. We go out and we have social events, whether it's bowling or escape rooms. We get together and build the business together. We have blitz days every Sunday and Wednesday, just keeping people close, keeping us together as a family, close to the campfire effect that people in this industry call it. And by doing that, we're able to keep up with every single person's life, whether it's business or whether it's just, you know, family or goals or what they want to accomplish or what they're studying. Because at the end of the day, this business matters, but it's not all that matters. Okay? At the end of the day, this business matters, but that is not all that matters. What matters is the heart that you show your people. And when people truly know that you care, it is the best feeling in the world. And shout out to TNT, man. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I created TNT 4 years ago in our first venture, 4 years ago. And to see it evolve into the level of people and growth that this team has is absolutely insane. Luke talked about it before. They got on a call for 40 minutes right before this call, and we're the first ones on again. So shout out to every single one of you guys. And honestly, I would not be here without any single one of you guys.
That's awesome. That is awesome, dude. Okay, so the main thing is like keeping them close. It's like getting them around that heat, that fire. Okay. Now, I think 2 questions come to my mind when that takes place. So people are like, okay, I got to get my team around each other. I got to keep them around each other. 2 things. One, how do we assimilate new people to understanding that concept? Like, how do you get new people to want to be around the fire?
No, absolutely. How we want new people around the fire is we welcome them with open arms. Honestly, as soon as people get started, our whole page blows up with welcomes. And not only welcomes, shout out to Kyle Wolfgang and his squad down in TNT. What they created is something called meet and greets, where as soon as you get started, we get on a Zoom, and it's just a meet and greet. Let me tell you your story. I want to hear yours. You know, and what they have developed over there with his squad and what he's developed has been absolutely insane, and it's really helped bring this TNT culture from not only one side of the business to the whole business together.
Cool. Okay. Cool. All right. So it's about welcoming them, getting that open arm effect. I got you. Okay. Now, couple things. Question for me is, so they're like, all right, so now we've got to get our team around the fire. Okay. And how do we get them around the fire? We open them with welcome arms. We open our arms up. We invite them in, and we show them that we care. Okay. That's awesome. Now, here's the question I think a lot of people ask, especially on Friday nights. How do you get the fire? Where does the fire come from? Who is the fire? What is the ideal of the fire? Is TNT the fire? Like, is the people the fire? What's up?
Yeah, absolutely. So where the fire is created, as always, the fire is created from the top. Okay? What you do, your people will do. No matter what it is in this business that you're doing. If you're inviting, your people will invite. If you are welcoming other people into this business and connecting with other people, your people will do the exact same thing. But it all comes around how you go out and do it, right? If you go out and do it with the right ethics, the right morals, the right integrity, the right heart, the right support, the right consistency, effort, desire, and passion, everyone else will follow. And as soon as you get enough people doing the same synchronizing actions, that's where the fire is created. That's when you get a spark. And that's where you get people not only being invited to us, but gravitating themselves towards us.
Wow. Okay. Jeez, that's good. That is some good stuff. I love that. Okay, cool. All right, so then this is my next question. How did you get that information? We know that information changed our lives. When we get information into our heads, it changes our perception of reality. How did you come across this information? What made you learn that lesson so someone doesn't have to go out there and try to learn that lesson themselves and fail forward to get that lesson? What made you get that so early?
For sure, for sure. A little bit about me is I grew up watching my parents create their own company. And it was a family-run catering company. And how they ran their whole company was through these same strategies, I would say, these same morals, these same ethics that I saw that I wanted to create within my business. Because like I said, if I'm going out and I'm making this happen, there's no better feeling than helping other people make it happen as well. And I've watched them do it their whole career in a corporate level catering company. So I understood exactly what it took to create the culture. But on top of that, it's with the people that is involved in the culture. It's from my family, 100% support building this company. It's from people like Abby Harris and Kyle Wolfgang who are always leading from the top. It's from people like Channing and Taylor that know exactly why they want to do this, and it's for their children, right? And they want to go out and create something everlasting for their children to go to school and chase their dreams. And really what this is about, Mike, is this is about really not surface swimming. It's about really diving deep. Like, I mean diving deep into knowing exactly why your people do this business. Because some people will do it for the money, and that's okay. Like, that's 100% okay, right? You can earn a lot of money. Some people do it for the relationships, networks, and so on. But some people do it for much bigger reasons, and those reasons are important too. So as long as you don't surface swing, as long as you really get to understand your people and really understand, it's not even my people, it's my family, man. And I wish they could come on and talk to you as well, because like I said, I wouldn't be here without them. However, I want to be the voice for them tonight. And this is what I'm going to say, is the fact that everyone listening on tonight's call, I want you guys to think about something. When was the last time you hit up someone in your business without talking about business? Okay, when was the last time you hit up someone in your business without talking about business? Because if you just consistently hit up someone about business, about volume, about where they're at, it doesn't become a family. They understand that you don't care. You're just looking at them as volume. Ask them how their day is. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them what they're studying or where they're going or where they're even at. Or if they just want to kick it. Understand where your people are at. Understand what they want. And also know that with you being at the top, you will do whatever it takes, 24/7, 7 days a week, to make their dreams happen. End of story, period.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Wow. All right. Well, that was a lot of nuggets for me, dude. I got some stuff from that for sure. All right. Dude, Tom, I appreciate you. Yeah, look at those notes, dude. I appreciate you for being on, bro. Seriously. Thank you so much. Thank you from all these guys to you for doing that. Seriously. That's huge. That was huge.
Thank you so much, honestly, and thank you for all the value you provide, man. I was telling Luke the same exact thing, but for you to do your Facebook Lives Wednesday night, you know, your statuses every single day, this call, taking away from your Friday night at 10 p.m., dude, I know from everyone on this call and everyone inside with Tabu and TNT, dude, we truly thank you. So thank you so much for having me on the call, man. I'm going to let you take it away with the leadership nuggets, and I can't wait to take notes.
Cool. All right, guys, let's not get cut off. I appreciate you, Tom. Thank you so much, dude. But let's not get cut off this time. Let's not oversearch the system. So I'll start slow, and I'll pick up the textual patterns, a little bit of vibrational tones. We'll gather some emotion and energy towards the end. We'll make a big smash in your subconscious, and we'll start to create some real lasting change. Sound good? All right, so here's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen, okay? One of the things I heard this week, and not just about any particular industry, but was that we are going to see more innovation in the next 5 years, compared to the innovation in the last 1,000. More innovation in the next 5 years compared to the innovation in the last 1,000. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the marketplace, the game, the industry, the system that you're playing right now is growing. It's fast. Things are happening, okay? And what is going to thrive in those systems is that shark-like behavior, dude. It's going to be, you've got to look the part. You've got to be the part. You've got to act the part. When you are out there in this industry, you've got to make sure that you are watching what the winners are doing, what the winners are wearing, what the winners are saying, what the winners are being, and then you have to go do that yourself out there in the industry and start turning it with your own pizzazz, dude. Start making it with your own pizzazz. So if we've got that, we've got this industry, and we know that there's going to be in the next 5 years more innovation than the last 1,000. Okay, that's huge. That's major stuff. You are at a key point in time when millennials can go out there and make money from their phone, make money from a laptop. You don't have to be anywhere. You can go out there and build a business. You can go grind. You can go create a brand. You can go provide value. You can build a clientele base. You see what I'm saying? This is the only time that has ever been a possibility, is now. And in the next 5 years, it's only going to get more exponential. So you have two options. You can achieve and love the old system and be a part of the old system, or you can get with it and start innovating yourself more. Start getting better. Start growing. Start changing with the system. The system changes fast. We can change faster. Okay? My thing is like I say, success loves speed, dude. And it's because people are always talking like, I'm chasing success. I'm after it, man. I'm grinding. I'm waking up in the morning to like run after success. Dude, success is chasing me. I am running so stupid fast that success is like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, keep up with this guy, dude. Keep up with this guy. Why? Okay. And we talked about this last week a little bit, but it's like, if you put in hours, okay, it's 10,000 hours till mastery of anything, okay? So if you haven't put 10,000 hours into this industry, you're not a master, and you need to just keep putting in as many hours as you can. Because the more hours you put in, the closer to mastery you get. When you become a master, then that's when things start happening. That's when things start kicking the right way. Cool? So if we got 10,000 hours and you're trying to master one industry, what you could do is you could take those 10,000 hours and you can master yourself. You're yourself for 24 hours. But if you can make yourself into a person that mastered this industry, then you don't have to just master this industry for 6 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 10 hours a day. Let's say 10 hours a day you're working on network marketing. See what I'm saying? How long does it take at 10 hours a day to get 10,000 hours, right? Compared to 24 hours a day of being the person who's already good at network marketing, mastering that self, mastering that person that you are, okay? Innovating yourself that fast. 5 years, 1,000 years. You see what I'm saying? It's a huge jump and a difference. The marketplace is changing. Things are changing. You need to be changing as well. So that pulls me into my next thing that I want to talk about. He who knows the most wins. He who knows the most wins. Information increases. This is scientific. Information increases brain frequency. Brain frequency increase has been correlated directly by Stanford studies to higher intelligence IQ individuals known as geniuses. So information increases frequency increases and gets you closer to a genius brain state. You see what I'm saying? What do you need to be intaking? Information. And I'm not talking about the information about watching a world star hip hop fight on Facebook, okay, or watching some guy throw up from too many donuts eating. I'm talking about real information, knowledge, okay? Not a cute cat video. I know they're great, okay? I get it. You want to share them. That's dope. Good for you, okay? Cats are cool. At the same time, how cool is your dream? Seriously, how cool is your dream? How cool is living the life of your dreams? Because that's totally different than your dream. See what I'm saying? When you're waking up and you have a dream, it's a lot different than living your dream. You see what I'm saying? Because I'll have a dream, that's in my hand, or I'm living a dream, that's all around me. You see what I'm saying? And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that we live the dream. We are living the dream. We are awake within the dream. You see what I'm saying? And that's it, dude. It's being awake. It's about getting a little bit of rational thought, waking up and having wakefulness. Okay, I believe the amount of, and let's use a good word here because this is like, we're just going to keep it as low level as we can for right now and build up. Your level of attentiveness or awareness, your level of awareness is going to dictate. If you have a Peabody size of awareness, okay, that's what you know. This is your perception level, okay? Every book you read, you're going to get a Peabody understanding. Every person you talk to, you're going to make a Peabody impact. Everything you see is going to be Peabody beauty. But if you can increase your awareness and you can enliven your perception, then you're going to understand more from every sentence. You see what I'm saying? That every mannerism from another person is going to be like a book. Okay? You're going to be able to read them just by watching them for a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Cool? So now we got to pull back. Okay? So now it's like, all right, so we got to innovate fast. We got to be speedy, okay? Then we know he who knows the most wins, so we got to get as much information as we possibly can. And now, how do we transcend that information into the marketplace? That's the next question. And it's all through imagination. Everything Everything's through imagination. Information goes into your imagination machine and it comes out as a result. Now, here's the problem. The imagination machine for so long in this industry, not just in this industry, but in the world, in success, in business, in school, has been shut off. People have turned off your imagination. They don't want you to have it. People aren't rewarding imagination, or so you think, because the people who get rewarded the most are the ones with the highest level of imagination. Steve Jobs imagined this. You see what I'm saying? Steve Jobs imagined that phone. People imagined this computer before it was in existence. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? People get rewarded for imagination. You're thinking that people get rewarded for following instructions. And there's a huge difference. The amount of reward that you're going to get for following instructions is going to be way less than you're going to get for imagination. Being a trailblazer, making your own way, finding your own path. You see what I'm saying? Okay? It's about picking up on the tools that the other guys used as they were on this journey as well, and then using those tools at the point of where you're at to get to where you want to go. Make sense? Okay? So then after imagination, okay, we've got imagination, we've enlivened that, we've seen more perception. How do you grow your imagination? Okay? Let's ask a couple questions. All right, let's see. When's the last time that you sat there by yourself and you didn't look at your phone, you didn't look at a computer, there was no commercial, there was no radio, you weren't talking to anybody, and you were just daydreaming? When's the last time you did that? When's the last time that you had a meaningful conversation with another individual in person and you were like really getting to know them? You were really getting to know them. You're starting to feel that person. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing what they're about, and maybe some in-depth things came out of you. When's the last time? You see what I'm saying? I'm serious. These are the things, whatever you give attention to is what is going to happen to you, right? So if we pay attention to imagination, guess what? Imagination is going to grow, right? Watch this. Stagnation kills. Stagnation kills. If you are not moving, you're dying. Watch this. Guy, you can look this up. He has his hand like this. Okay, let me show you. It's like up in the air like this. Okay, it's like that. He's left his arm up there because he says he doesn't need it. It's like paying homage to God. Okay, this guy's got his hand up there. He's in India. He's like a Buddhist monk kind of guy. Okay, he's got his arm up. He doesn't use it. He's never used it. He's not used it for years. Look it up. I don't even know how many years. It's got to be a really long time because his arm looks like what happens to SpongeBob when he doesn't have his top and he's in Sandy's dome. Like, it's nasty. Okay, it is not good. He needs water. Right. All right. His arm is up like this. You see what I'm saying? And he's not using it, and his arm is dying. His arm's dying. Like, literally the life is coming out of his arms. He's not using it. Okay, so how about this? How do we make our arms bigger? How do we get stronger? What do? You go to the gym and you lift weights, right? You use your arms, right? If you use your brain, it's going to grow. If you use your arms, they're going to grow, right? Why aren't you using your imagination? Why aren't you using creativity? Why aren't you using your discipline? You see what I'm saying? You want discipline to grow? Use discipline. You want imagination to grow? Use your imagination. Come up with new ideas, new ways, new systems to do things, okay? Now the next thing after that is, and this is something that, and being a speaker, one of the problems is with that, and let me just kind of share with you guys, is that I have to relate to the audience always, and one of the things about me is that I'm a pretty confident person in who I am and what I do, and it's because of how long I've been in the belief, action, result cycle, and I've been cycling myself through believing in myself and doing action based on that belief, and then achieving a result on that, and the higher of a result I achieved, the more belief I had in myself, so that's the belief, action, result cycle. I've been through that so many times, over and over and over again, that I really do believe in myself. There's not too many things that I would say that I won't believe in. You know, I believe in what I do. I believe in what I can accomplish. I believe in how I am in the marketplace and what value I provide, right? And the thing is, I keep thinking to myself, how do I reach the new person? How do I reach someone who's not heard about success at all, who hasn't read the books, who hasn't listened to the audios, who hasn't been to the seminars, who hasn't bawled their face out crying, looking in the mirror and be like, dude, I got to do this. Because there's a point when that comes. Seriously, there's a point where it's like, dude, I just got to do this. I can't believe I haven't done it already. I can't believe I haven't given myself to this fully. I can't believe that I was lazy for so long, or I didn't know what I actually wanted, and you get overwhelmed. There's a point in success where that happens. And it's a beautiful point, because that's the defining moment on when you start to become the next individual. That's the level up moment. That's the time when because see, people tell me, how do I level up? And the thing is on a day-to-day basis, what you're doing is you got this balloon, okay? And you're going, every time you listen to an audio, every time you read a book, you're blowing up the balloon. Every time you go out there and you try to deal with somebody and you start grinding and you start getting better, you're blowing up the balloon. Now, here's the deal, okay? You don't get to see it. You don't get to see like the explosion yet. There's no explosion. There's no like brand new potential. It's just a bigger balloon than before. You see what I'm saying? And then you need to have that defining moment, that emotional breakdown to boom, get you to the next level. You see what I'm saying? You need to make sure that you're making an inner brain decision, a mind decision, not a physical brain decision, a mind decision on, am I going to get to the next level? Because here's the deal. The world is. We just talked about the fact that there's going to be more innovation in the next 5 years than the last 1,000. And you're telling me that you can take this slow? We're in the fastest age ever. You want your food cooked in 30 seconds, but you can't move fast towards success? You see what I'm saying? If this thing buffers for 2 seconds, I've lost all momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 seconds, I'm done. That's it. Gone. You know what I'm saying? Right? But you can't get fast about success. You can't get fast in your words. Now, here's the cool thing, okay? So let's put this into perspective, right? So we've got this imagination, and now we need confidence. That's it. That's the last piece of this, okay? So we know the industry moves fast. We know that the person who has the most information wins. That information goes into our imagination, and we start acting based on our imagination. Who are we going to craft that we are, right? Think about this. How about this? Why do you follow the certain leaders that you follow? Why do you follow them? Why do you like their content? What speaks to you about those people? Write that down about yourself and then go be that. You see what I'm saying? And now that's a lower level concept of what that could be. That's a lot. There's a lot of stuff there. But we'll just touch on the first fact here is there's a reason why you got on a Michael Valor call on Friday night. First of all, Friday nights are lit up, dude. I love these. Dude. Fridays are awesome. Friday's the best. I mean, come on. But anyway, sorry. I get carried away. I get stoked. But anyway, let's go back, okay? There's a reason why you got on this call, and I want you to write down that reason, and then I want you to apply it in yourself because guess what? Your team needs you to be that guy. The reason why you got on this call was because you think I have characteristics that you need to hear from, okay? Or you're just hearing about me from the first time, and you're like, oh, my God, this guy's crazy, okay? Which could be the next possibility, right? But if you think that there's some characteristics that I have that you may want, let me tell you this. I wrote them down 4 years ago. I wrote those characteristics down on a piece of paper with my mentor 4 years ago. You see what I'm saying? And now I am those characteristics. And this is what you're about to do right now is write down those characteristics. Why are you on this call? Why do you listen to Bob Proctor? Why do you listen to, I mean, I don't even know, Tony Robbins? Why do you listen to Eric Thomas? Why? What about them speaks to you? And then master those qualities for your team, not for yourself. Take what Tom Kort said, for your team. Master those qualities for your team because they need you to be that person. They need it. You see what I'm saying? Well, what makes Luke Hessler build this huge business? Because he's this way. And then guess what? People saw him being like that, and they're like, oh, my God, like I'm going to take my pizzazz, but like act kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? And then Tom Kort comes out, and he's a champion. Now people in Tom's team count on Tom. You see what I'm saying? To be like that. But as soon as Tom can create people like that, then they'll build teams of people who count on them. You see what I'm saying? It's only going to grow as much as the leader grows. It's only going to grow as much as the leader grows. If you're trying to build a team without becoming a leader first, you're going to fail. The problem is that you got to make yourself someone that people want to follow. You got to do that. You got to be able to have imagination, understand the energy or the system's changing so quickly, right? And then have the confidence in saying what your imagination is. Standing behind that imagination, okay? Look it in the eye, dude. This is the answer, okay? I know that. I'm not a stupid person. Don't overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. Let me say that again. Don't overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. That's what people do. You think out there's so many people smarter and better and faster, and they know more, and they have the answers. Why? Why do you think that? You think they're living a much different life than you are? No, they're not. They're not. Your competition is human as well. These aren't super soldiers out there, okay? They're just human beings. And that's why it's so crazy because like one of my dreams when I was getting started was to become president of the United States. And when I started saying that to people, even people who just heard this for the first time were like, whoa, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot. You don't get to just say that. You know what I'm saying? Right? Okay? Here's the deal. That guy, whoever it is human too. He's human too. And we both have 24 hours, me and him. And I'm going to use my 24 hours and win. Do you see what I'm saying? That's it. If he slacks on any of those 24 hours, I take that spot. You see what I'm saying? How do you beat me? Because I'm filling my 24 hours with experience. okay? And experience is power. And whether that experience is me moving, kicking, punching in the marketplace or reading books and learning from other people's experience, either way, that experience combines into one thing and makes me a better person. You see what I'm saying? And if I spend my 24 hours on making myself a better person, how do I fail? If I make myself, and I am Michael Valor, 24 hours a day, I guarantee you can ask my roommates, dude. You can ask anybody on my team. You're like, dude, that he's like this all the time. It's not like he's just on for an hour. He's always like this. Seriously, sometimes I wake up in the morning and they're like, dude, stop. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't even, it can't be humanly possible to be like this all of the time. They think that, dude, that's the thing. And here's another thing. Let me tell you this, okay? You're going to learn something from this. This is good, okay? Ready? People always get like googly-eyed about people on stage or people performing, and they're like, oh my God, that's like so great. Like, look how much energy he's got on stage. Dude, I dare you to watch me for 24 hours because your respect for me for on stage time is going to be way less than what you're going to see in 24 hours. If you spend time with me on a day-to-day basis, you're going to be like, dude, way better than I thought. Seriously. And it's because it's who I am. It's not me just performing on this call because of the skill level I focused on for 10,000 hours. It was me mastering myself for 10,000 hours. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, Mike, how do you say things on these calls? And it always impacts us. How do you have this new information? Well, let's be real, okay? I have like a 5th grade level of understanding and reading comprehension. Like, I have failed every end of grade test ever, okay? I didn't even read the stuff. Like, I'm drawing Christmas trees on my Scantrons. That's what I do. That's what I do, okay? I actually, in one of my math tests, drew a kid running with a failing grade to the teacher on the piece of paper. Like, that's what I drew as the thing, okay? So it's like, I wasn't rocking this. I'm not a genius, but I just think about things simply. How do you say better stuff? Guess what? This is outbound, right? Me saying it to you is outbound. What do I have to change in order to give better outbound? Inbound. Duh. If you put good stuff in, you get good stuff out. Watch your consumption. What are you consuming? Are you consuming bad thoughts? Are you consuming negative actions? Are you consuming negative foods? What are you consuming? Your food has an energy level attached to it. And if you're eating chicken zingers, you know what I'm saying, every night and dipping them in a ton of ranch and cheese on it, okay, you're going to feel tired. It's heavy. It's heavy stuff. You see what I'm saying? But if you're popping like water every day and you're like popping celery, look, I hated celery at first, but dude, whenever I eat celery, I'm like, I'm a success. And I like crush that thing. I love celery, dude. I love celery now. You actually lose calories eating celery because of how your stomach digests it. When someone told me that, I was like, I'm gonna eat so much stupid amounts of celery. You're crazy. I'm just gonna eat ridiculous amounts of celery. You know what I'm saying? And I just kept associating things in my life that I went out and did with success. Okay, so let me pull that because it's a whole concept within itself, dude. And I'm just on a roll today. I'm just feeling fired up. I love talking to you guys. And here's the deal: it like puts this level of fear in me that my computer's gonna like shut down again, and I'm not gonna be able to talk. So I'm like trying to fill it in right now. I'm trying to like just crush it, dude. We're taking like a bunch of coal, which is like a bunch of this information. We're just compressing it down to a diamond because that's what pressure does. It creates diamonds, bro. So put yourself under pressure. Put yourself under pressure. Get amped and put yourself in a situation where you got to grow, okay? When I learned to swim, my dad literally pushed me in the pool. I did not know how to swim at all. I was super fat, and I was like, like I did not know what was going to happen. I had to swim, and I learned to swim super early because of that. I put myself in a pressureful situation so that I learned, right? Look, you got 100 years max, right? That's what you're thinking. Is anybody trying to live to like 150, 160? You're like, probably 100. I'll probably live to 100 years, right? You got 100 years. Look, we don't know what's going to go on after this or what it's going to look like or anything. You just don't know. So it's like, why not just live full here, now, right now? Go out there and make more calls than you thought possible and say things and try to see how it works, you know what I'm saying? And learn from people's other experiences and compile that experience into power, into a new individual, okay? Keep becoming new because here's the deal. If you stay an iPhone 4, are people going to keep using you? No. People want the next iPhone. You see what I'm saying? And they want the next you. Your team wants the next you. When is the next version of you coming out? Are you going to do a big reveal? You see what I'm saying? I literally did that with my team, my guys who follow me. I was like, dude, I'm about to get to level 5. And they're like, oh boy. And their expectation goes up. Their expectation goes up. So when's the last time that you told your team that you're going to level up for them? that you're going to level up so that you can crush calls for them, so that you can make sure people that are getting in on your team see your vision, so that you can craft it big enough for them to fit into. You following me here? So we've got an industry and a world that is going to move and advance faster in the next 5 years than 1,000. You get that? Than 1,000 years? 1,000 years, dude? You see that? That's just ludicrous. That's a ludicrous amount of time. 1,000 years. In the next 5. I'm going to be 26. I will be 26 in the next 5 years, okay? I'm pretty young then. I'm still pretty young at that age, at 26. I've got 5 years, and you're telling me 1,000 years of innovation, the television, different mortar of buildings, steel, okay, lights, electricity, PlayStations, TVs, okay, all that. So that has happened in the last 1,000 years, crushed into the next 5. I'm playing a part in this industry, and I want to be a power player. I want to be a business guy, and I want to kill the game. And I'm not growing, and I'm not changing. He who knows the most wins, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be learning, and you got to be learning from the right people, because you don't want to waste your time learning from people who you don't need to learn from. You see what I'm saying? You got to find the people you're trying to learn from and stick with them, dude. Learn their way of life. Learn the characteristics that they have. I tell my guys, I'm like, dude, you're in this for the long haul. Are you not? They're like, yeah. I'm like, you don't want a short-term income. You want to do this forever. Am I correct or wrong? Like, what? Why'd you get in this if you just want to do it for $500 right now? You don't want that. You want it for the rest of your life. So why don't you play it like a long-term game? You see what I'm saying? How about this? There's 13 weeks, and there's 4 times 13 weeks is 52 weeks, right? Somewhere around there. I think that's pretty right. Okay, right? So 13. Every 13 weeks, I tell my guys to master one more quality. Master one quality in 13 weeks. Focus on that quality. Figure out what that quality is. You got 13 weeks to learn that quality, okay? So one of my guys wrote efficiency, and I was like, okay, what words remind you of efficiency? He was like, streamlined. I said, that's what you're going to start saying now, aren't you? You're going to go out and you're going to start saying, I streamline this. I can streamline that. You see what I'm saying? That's just one word. There's a bunch of words that are synonyms for efficiency, and if he keeps saying that, what is his brain going to pay attention to? Efficiency. You see what I'm saying? If he tells the new people he meets that he's efficient, he's efficient. Game over. You see what I'm saying? Cool? So, success loves speed, dude. You got to run at this thing. You got to put as much experience as you possibly can into a compressed diamond of who you are. Take the next 13 weeks and start mastering some concepts, just one at a time. Because what happens is when you master those concepts, okay, and let me explain this to you in the best, lowest, like mid-level way, surface level way I can right now, okay? And what's going to happen is, let me tell you this, as we end this 90-day challenge and I start to see like who's really killing this game, I told you guys this before, and I'm seriously just not supposed to be saying this, but whatever, I'm going to keep doing it. So that's just what I do. Whoever really kills this, dude, I'm trying to run with you. I want to surround myself with champions, bro. I want to surround myself with the people who are really running the game, who are trying to make this thing happen. And those people are the real conversations. We can go in depth on this thing. The people who have sold out to success as a science, because that's what it is. It's a science. It's not a chance. There's not a chance that you may be successful. It's not like, oh, maybe if I do this, it might strike it big. It's not like that. It's like, change your image. Go take $20, get a whiteboard, okay? Find as many books for free as you can. Okay, pile them into your room, all right? Get rid of all of the distractions. Write on your whiteboard in 3 different facets. Number 1, income modules. What do I have to do to increase my income? Number 2, what are the 3 things that I need to focus on in my life to make my life more fulfilled? Maybe that is your physical health. Maybe that is your relationships. Maybe that is your money. Maybe that is your personal image, what you think of yourself. Boom, so that's right in the middle. And on the right, just pick one quality, one characteristic that you need to master. Then guess what? Right under that, you write an affirmation. You say, I am so happy and grateful now that I have achieved full mastership in charisma or full mastership in power. I am the most powerful person on the planet. I am full of power. I am radiating power. You see what I'm saying? And I say that every morning and every night. How do you think my day goes? How do you think my day goes? I'm putting in good information. Guess what comes out? This. Every time. And I was just this silly fat kid who didn't know that. And then when someone told me, hey, Mike, whatever you put in your head is what comes out when you open your mouth, I never prepared for a talk ever again. I was like, why would I ever prepare for a talk? I'm just going to keep putting good stuff in my head. That's it. Anytime someone tries to put bad stuff in my head, I'm like, no, can't take that. my B, see you later, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Gone, okay? And now, guaranteed. How about this? How about this? Take this feeling, because I'm trying to give you how I feel about this, okay? Guaranteed, when I open my mouth, good stuff comes out. It's incredible, and it's simple. It's not hard. You put good stuff in, good stuff comes out. You put good stuff in your body, good stuff comes out. That's it. Game over, dude. That's just how it works. So watch your consumption. Watch what you're consuming. Are you consuming thoughts of doubt? Are you consuming thoughts of negativity? Or are you consuming thoughts of power, dude, that empower you, that make you feel right? Because there is a way to feel right. Your body knows when you're feeling right. And here's the next thing. If you are aware and you're laying on the couch one day and you're not feeling too good, and you just look around and you're like, oh my God, I just got caught in like this like hypnotic rhythm. I just got caught in a rhythm of life. And I'm looking around, I'm like, I didn't do my dailies today. Okay. And if you guys don't know what daily is, oh my gosh, like someone needs to get you some recordings, because like that's a serious issue. Dailies are the #1 best thing in the whole world. How about that? The #1 best thing in the whole world. If you don't have dailies, you're already messing up from A1 day one. You screwed it. So get dailies, dude. Get dailies, please. Okay? But yeah, you're sitting on the couch, you're like, I didn't do my dailies today. Oh my God. Like, and then you'll start, that's what happens. Now you're going to start picking up some momentum, but you're going to pick up the bad momentum. You're like, oh, this is so hard, and I'm tired, and like the next thing I got to do, it's like, I got to get up. And it's like, once you're aware of that, you're like, dude, just a little bit. Watch this. Just this little tiny tincture. Okay? This little like, ding. This little amount of physical energy will take you out of that. Will take you out of that. You become aware of it, and you stop. Okay? I see this is happening. I see you're trying to catch me again. You're trying to make me tired. Okay? You're trying to make me not do this, huh? Okay. Let's see how this is going to work here. We're going to do it anyway. You see what I'm saying? My brain listens to me. I don't listen to my brain. My brain doesn't say, hey, Mike, we're going to sit this out, okay? No. Listen, brain. Actually, let's have this conversation. We're going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that you and I rock through this next meeting. Live life like that. I mean, live life like that, dude. When people, here's like a natural like law of humans, period, and I'll end it on this because I can go on literally, I could literally go on forever. I could just keep doing this, no problem. But a natural law of humans is we flock to energy. We flock to energy. So what do I mean by that? Guess what? When you're on the street and you see a street performer and there's only 2 people around him, are you going to stop walking? No, you're not going to stop walking. You're going to keep walking. You see what I'm saying? Okay? Unless he is a ton of energy, then he's going to pull you in. Now, what about if there's 14 people around him, 25 people around him, 50 people around the street performer? People are yelling at the street performer. Oh my God! Oh! 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 Like they're freaking out, right? What are you doing? You're going to run over there. You're going to run over there. There's hype, right? So why is there not hype in your business? Have you created that level of energy where someone needs to stop on the street and be like, yo, what's that guy doing? People do it to me all the time. All the time. I would say literally, if I go outside and I interact with human beings, I'd say I get 25 numbers a day on a regular interaction of me just talking to people. When someone's behind the register, they're like, yo, how are you? I'm like, dude, I am fantastic, dude. I'm getting better. How about yourself? And they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? Who is this guy? What's he about? You see what I'm saying? You would be this amped too. You would easily have this amount of energy if you knew that what you put in your head is what comes out. And when good stuff comes out, money comes in, love comes in, happiness comes in, fulfillment comes in. You see what I'm saying? Because you're putting that fulfillment out there. You're putting that happiness out there. You're putting that love out there because you have the energy to. You see what I'm saying? You're not getting upset. You're not letting life beat you down. And you can look, dude. And people do this, like especially people who hear me for the first time. It's like, dude, this is BS. Like I'm not about this. Like I do a lot of talks where people are. I'm at schools. I do a lot of schools, and people are like kids, and they're like, whatever. And I'm like, you got 2 options, bro. Either you're living right now, right? You're gonna live, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna live. I'm like, do you want to live with a fulfilled life, a happy life, a life of whatever you want, and you kind of lead it, or do you want people to tell you what to do for the rest of your life? And they're like, I want to do my own thing. I'm like, no, yeah, I get that. Here's the deal. If you have this low level of energy, guess what? You're going to keep following instructions for the rest of your life. That's just the facts. Someone wants to give you instructions. Someone wants to. They want to so bad. They want to so bad. You know why? Because someone told them instructions. Someone gave them instructions, and they had to give up their free will to follow those instructions. And guess what's happening? If you don't have enough energy to push past the obstacles in your life, someone will tell you what to do. And I was just not going to let that happen to me. I was refusing to let that happen to me. I hope you keep seeing a commonality when Michael Valor talks. There's a lot of things that I just refuse, dude. I just refuse it. Your brain's tired? Refuse it. Sorry, reality tells me I'm too fat to do a pull-up. Refuse it. No longer that fat. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? Reality's like, dude, you're stupid. Refuse that. Gone. Thank you. I'm not stupid anymore. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're the poor kid. No problem. Not poor anymore. Thank you. See? Just refuse it, dude. Don't let reality tell you who you are or what you need to do or what the next step is or what the instructions are. Go out there, provide some energy, put all that information that you just got tonight into your imagination machine with your team. Listen to Tom Kort here, okay? He knows what he's talking about. Put it on your team, get around the campfire, share the imagination, okay? And then have confidence when you're presenting it. And it's game over. Take $20, go get a whiteboard, put your stuff on there, keep your stats in front of you, focus for 3 years, and you will live the rest of your life however you want. No one will ever tell you how to live it again. And I'm telling you this from personal experience. I'm not saying to you that this can happen. I'm saying that it happened to a dumb fat kid from Trenton, New Jersey with no money. So it can happen to you. Does that make sense? If this happened to you, you would be on a call doing this. You'd be like, dude, I was a stupid fat kid. What the heck? What happened? You see what I'm saying? You'd be super hype. And that's exactly how I am. So you have two options. You could present it and you'd be like, I don't need that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And live that life. Or you can find your own pizzazz, start creating some energy, get confident in the marketplace, and create a new you to keep up with the innovation. Because you got 1,000 years to catch up on. 1,000. And you only got 5 years to do it. So what is the next 5 years going to look like? Is it going to look like your dream, or is it going to look obscene? And I just had to rhyme that. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, guys. I will see you later. Valor out. I will see you next Friday. Boy, I love you. Seriously. Have a good one. Stay gold.